It's Friday, which means it's time for financial tips from our friends at Jordan Credit Union. And today we are talking about the pros and cons of credit cards. Joining me now for more in the sponsored interview is Landon Bradfield. And Landon, there is so much to dive into with this. I think a lot of misconceptions, even now in 2024.
Right. Credit cards are kind of fraught with emotion. You were probably raised in a type of household as I was, where they said, don't get a credit card. It can be really damaging. And there is some wisdom to that. But we really need to take the positives, too, and know what it can do for us.
Well, there's reasons why we do need one, but you're exactly right. I feel like that was my household when I was little. And so then that can lead to me being an adult, not really knowing how to use it the right way.
Right. It took a long time for me to figure out as well. But there are some rules of thumb that can really help. Because let's talk about what a credit card can do for us. First of all, it's really great for even security. So if you're paying everything with a debit card, that's connected with your checking account, which is connected with your other bills. Now, if you get fraud on that checking account, it can be sometimes it can take a little while for that to reconcile. So if you're going to buy something online, a credit card is a great option to kind of separate that money and that fraud from your checking account.
That is such a good tip. That's a huge benefit right there. Building credit, I mean, that's just a must.
Yeah, you can build good credit with a credit card if you're using it responsibly. So, unfortunately, the inverse is also true. So if you're not doing it responsibly, it can actually hurt your credit score. But using it responsibly is keeping your utilization low. So if you have a credit limit of, say, $2,000, you want to keep that utilization pretty low on that credit card.
Ooh, that's a good one. What about the purchase protection and security?
So we talked about the purchase protection, and that's putting things on your credit card, so it's isolating your checking account and your money from fraud, especially purchase things online. Also, we got to talk about some positives as well with
the convenience and rewards.
Well, convenience and rewards. So convenience is a really good thing as well. Convenience is a double-edged sword because you can just take out this little tool right here. You just have this little tool that you can take out and you can swipe, and you don't think that that's actually a loan that you're taking out. That's really good and convenient, but also you have to temper that with making sure that you have a plan for paying it off. So the other good thing that you were talking about is the rewards. Rewards are a great way to start building some additional money for yourself as well while just doing regular transactions. So those things are really positive well. So maybe we kind of go over the positive and negatives because we went over a lot of positives and negatives. Maybe just wrapping up, how to use it responsibly is the best. As far as convenience, yes, it's very convenient, but also psychologically, sometimes we get disconnected from taking on loan.
It's easy for that to happen. So you do have to be checking those balances and be looking at it because it's not tangible. I was joking with Landon in the break that my kids will be like, Mom, you can pay for it. Just use your card.
Right.
Doesn't work that way.
Right. That's like the exact way we don't want to think about our credit cards. It's just free money.
More things to avoid. We don't want to accumulate that debt when we don't have the funds to be paying it. The impact on the credit score is a big one to think about.
Right. Right.
What about the overspending? Again, you mentioned that psychological thought behind it when you're not seeing it. So pay it on time, pay it in full, keep it utilized low, monitor regularly. Okay, so any last words? Is it friend or foe?
It's depending on how you use it. This little thing is a powerful financial tool. If you're using it well, it can work for you. If you use it not well, it can work against you. But it's really good to have because there's a lot of good things you can do with it. So please, by all means, get a credit card. Make sure you're using it regularly. Keep the utilization low, and it will work for you by increasing your credit score and also giving you some security and points.
Yes, I feel like we do need one. There's no way around it. We probably need a couple of lines of credits within credit cards. So if we do have questions, if you want to make sure you are on the right track, have a budget, go talk to your team.
Yeah.
Make an appointment with Landon.
Yeah, jordancu.org. You can go to our website, and if you need to talk with one of our representatives, just give us a call. For sure.
Oh, thank you so much. You can talk to my boys and tell them that money does not happen the way they think.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Excellent tips. Thanks again to Jordan Credit Union for sponsoring that interview. We are back with more after this short break.